Hi guys, my name is Bailey Anderson, and today I'll be talking to you about Fort Pickens located on Pensacola Beach, Florida. Growing up, I've always known about Fort Pickens, but I've never had a desire to actually go out there or explore it. So once I was given this assignment, I thought it was a good idea to go and see what it was about. Fort Pickens is a historical Civil War fort that was finished being built in 1834 and was continued to be used until 1947. The fort is named after a Revolutionary War hero named Andrew Pickens. Fort Pickens is located on the west tip of Santa Rosa Island or Pensacola Beach, Florida, and it was chosen to be put in this location so it could sweep the entrance of the bay with cannon fire. The fort was built by enslaved African Americans and is made up of 21.5 million bricks. Before I even went to Fort Pickens, I thought it was just an abandoned brick structure and I didn't know all the history behind it and stuff. And when I did find out, it was actually pretty interesting. Once you drive onto Pensacola Beach, there is a gate that is at the entrance of the fort, and it is a $7 fee to get in. Once you get the ticket, it is good for a week though, so you can come and go whenever you want. Once you get past the gate, it's about another 10-minute drive of just beach white sands. Once you get to the fort, you start to see pieces of it on each side of the island, and it's really cool because each different one had a purpose, and especially for its location. Although there are many different points to the fort that are spread out along a beach, the main one is a pentagonal shaped fort located in the middle. Once you get to the pentagonal shaped fort, there's a guest services that tells you about the fort, and you can even take tours of it. I was able to take a tour, and they walked us throughout the whole thing, and it was so neat because everything in there had its own purpose, whether it was a certain wall or a little nook and cranny. They had a story for each of them. All throughout the fort, there are many different parts to it that's not only just the fort, because over the years they've decided to add a bunch of different tourist attractions throughout it. As you're driving along before you get to the main focal point, there are campgrounds and RV parks where you can go camping for a week or two. I talked to one of the tour guides, and he said that many people come out to this place from all over, which was really shocking because to me, Pensacola is such a small area. As I was walking throughout the fort, I also noticed a lot of photographers were out there taking pictures of people because the background is so beautiful. The whole fort is surrounded by white beaches, and it's just so amazing. Located right next to the main point of the fort is a museum where you can go and learn about the history. In the museum, there's a ton of hands-on stuff and pictures that really get to show you what it was like back then, and it really explains the history of it very well. Overall, my experience was really nice and it was so easy to get there. The drive was beautiful. I got to experience so much more history than I would ever think I could. And it was so cool to see that this was my hometown and this is such a huge part of history. I would definitely recommend to anybody who can get out there onto the beach to experience this because not only is this such a cool place, it's also surrounded by many other tourist attractions that could turn into such a great vacation.